Hey, can you hear me, everybody? Good morning. At least where I'm at, good morning. Hi, Lindsay and Anna and Sean. What time is it where everybody's at right now? I'm on the West Coast, so it's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to make some coffee while I'm here as well today. But thank you guys for showing up. So yes, I actually wanted to use this also as a moment to do a little R&D experiment with some Goth coffee flavors. As y'all may know, hi, welcome, Thorn. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. Even if it's just step in and say hello and then run along on your way. That's totally wonderful. Hi, everybody. So like I said, I work at coffee shops. So like my big thing is always flavored coffees. Yay! There I am. There she is. It's my art name as well. But yeah, I wanted to like try to make some like gothy coffee flavors. And I actually made this syrup earlier today. Hey, nice to see you, Jella. Welcome for a little morning coffee time. I love coffee. It is so good. But yeah, I made this vanilla syrup with clove in it. So the whole concept, is we're gonna go down memory lane of like goth clubs with our morning coffee as well. So anyway, I do have my little coffee here. Hi. You can see my face very well. It's a little bright in here. But yeah, I was gonna brew some coffee. We're gonna put some of this delicious clove syrup in it and see if it's tasty. And as well as I was wanting to just see if anybody wanted to discuss like club life, like back in the day. I needed that. I miss cloves. I know. You know what? I bought so basically what I did is buy the little like full clove pieces, and I made a vanilla syrup, and then I put just one clove in there. I can kind of smell it, but I feel like maybe just because, especially those of us who grew up smoking cloves, probably could go a little heavier on the clove next time I check it out. But, first time trying a new little flavor profile. I have a whole idea of doing like flavored, gothy flavored coffee things like the clove, maybe black pepper. I also do like black sesame, which is, it's really delicious. Oh, I do. Like these are actually like it's sugar, a little bit. It's like 1-to-1 sugar and water, and then I just put the vanilla extract and I let it steep down, and then I put the little clove in it. Oh, I want to make like a clove. We need clove like perfumes as well. I think that would be totally key. But yeah, we were actually talking about making clove candles and things like that. Just that smell could just takes me back to club life. I remember usually when my best friend and I used to go to Bar Sinister in San Francisco. I think was that on Saturday night? I think it was on Saturday night. And then we'd stay at my house, and the next morning we would watch whatever cartoons were on. But I know we're sleeping in because we were drunk as hell. So I'm not really sure what hour we were watching those cartoons, but I do remember watching The Tick a lot in the morning after going to clubs, which was totally one of the best cartoons ever. But yeah, so coffee brewing. And by the way, enjoying my Bones and Black cup here. This is actually what I call a misprint on my cup because look, the logo's all fucked up. But I'm actually have a new version of this that I'm going to be making right now, so I can have my Bones and Black coffee cup and my Bones and Black Goth clove coffee as well. So I'm going to let that brew for a second. I also pulled out some pictures because I was looking for like things that reminded me of the old club days. And I was looking at the old photographs that we used to take when we would eventually be at the club. Most of them are all from the parking lot and things like that. But yeah, so for anybody here, where are you at? What time is it where you're at? Do I have anybody? One of the reasons why I kind of wanted to do an early morning one was thinking about anybody out in the UK or across the pond that might be going out in the evening. Definitely wanted to see if I could reach you all, but also just the whole idea of the day after the nightclub and having a little coffee in the morning and talking about all the crap that happened the night before. Let's see. My coffee is now completely brewed. So let me check this out. I don't know where to put this part. All right. So I brewed this little bit of coffee. Hello from Cincinnati. Shane, welcome in. 105. Dang, yeah, all right. We're going to the East Coasters, maybe. Where are we at? Where is everybody at? In Northern California, yes. Know about that. Oh, 1 p.m. I like that. I like a little mid-afternoon. So I appreciate y'all who's showing up. And we also have Sean, the other Bones and Black founder here, the designer of all of our cool little shirt designs. Okay, so first of all, let's see. We're not going to go full Monty on this right now. We're just going to put a little bit in and see what happens. About halfway. I can kind of taste the clove. Sorry, I'm getting completely washed out here. I have a light over here that's it's sunny in Vegas for the first time in a little while. It was cloudy this morning. I'm going to add a little more of that. And then I also, I had milk, but I didn't bring it over here. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it in there. But, ooh. Oh, you know what? I think somebody's going, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have these mugs available too in case we all show up with some coffee mugs. Oh my God, special delivery. My milk that I made. So like I worked in a coffee shop. I have espresso machines, all that. I think we can do coffee without all that fancy stuff. You can still like use just a little steamer and make a delicious cup. Oh, see, now you can see my whole thing here. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so sweet, but I definitely think I'm going to need to make more clove in it next time. First time I went one, I got nervous. I thought it was going to be over clovey, but I'm definitely going to add more clove. Vanilla, clove, coffee, little steamed milk. This is heavenly. So I hope you have a great and wonderful one. Thank you so much, Red Bull Princess. Nice to see you. It's always nice to see like familiar people from in my little comments. I've been having so much fun, like talking to all y'all, and just the beauty of hearing like different people's experiences and how there's so many things that are similar and then like so many things that are different. It's it's just amazing to see like the variety of experiences we all have, and they're all valid because I mean, depending on what decade you grew up in and what you're interested in and what your childhood brings, like totally changes your perspective on how you view music and culture and aesthetics. So I think every single one of them are valid. And sometimes I have people come in the comments and they're just like, no, it's this. And I'm like, fair enough, because you know what, for you, yes, that is it. And there is like no other version. So I completely get that as well. Let's see. Ooh, not a flat favorite coffee, but there's a tea shop in Pittsburgh. Weeping Gas is some great coffee inspired tea. See, I'm a big tea drinker as well. And with tea, I'm very like, I don't necessarily like flavors on them. I just like the traditional types of teas, like different greens, oolongs, whites, things like that. But I was never really into flavored coffee, but I do love flavoring coffee, if that makes any sense. But like the cafes I've always worked at have been very like make them from scratch sort of thing. Are you going to turn that light down in there? Yeah. Thank you. I know I look like Casper the Ghost right now. I always wished I was this Casper back in the day. I think it's the other one. Okay. Sorry, trying to get the lighting right in here. It's nice to see you as well. I invited my, hey, you know what? And see, Shane mentioning having, inviting a girl you're currently crushing on. This makes me think of like club life. Like, remember like going to clubs and like hoping, you know, the person you're kind of interested in is going to show up. And I remember I always seemed to be interested in people who were like rarely at the clubs. And I would go like, oh, I'm going to see so-and-so tonight. And then they're never there. And I'm like, oh, why? And hello to a Coffin Nail. Welcome in. Red Bull Princess, you're amazing as well. I'm more a coffee person. I love the coffee. Ooh, chai. Oh God, don't get me started. I could do clove chai is one of my favorite things in the world too. Oh, there we go. I can see me. I hope you guys can see me now. It's a little Giselle, welcome in. I'm trying to see who's here. Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey. That sounds yummy too. But yeah, I, wait a minute. Susie Pajama Pants, hold the phone. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to look these up and find these and see them as well because that sounds amazing. Okay, this coffee is just entirely too good right now. I kind of screwed up by making it too tasty. But yes. So I was just gonna say, like, what else was going on with the club? It was funny. I was talking about going back to the clubs and the old days and how what I enjoyed about them and what I don't miss about that whole lifestyle. Like, it's like next to the car. Oh gosh, yep, dancing next to someone that you have a crush on too, and being like, I remember one time being on a dance floor. There was somebody I thought was cute dancing near me, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna just dance up next to them, like get real close. And I'm pretty sure they turned around mid dance and turned around and said to me, like, "Am I in your way? Do you need a little more room?" And I was so horrified. I was like, I'm so sorry. Was I in your way? Ooh, I guess that's where that's going, you know. Oh shoot, I should be wearing my glasses while I'm talking to y'all. I can see y'all a little better now. I can't tell if I can see better with or without my glasses. Yeah. Hi, Goth Leader. Hi, chat. Green tea with jasmine, gang. I love jasmine green tea too. Like those are the ones that you don't want to fuck with or add any crazy flavors or anything in. But the chai with the clove, I'm gonna have to remember to bring that one up as well. Let's see what else have we got going on today. Please forgive my misspells. Oh, but yeah, the embarrassing times of like, especially when you're drunk and you're full of like self confidence beyond belief, and you're just thinking like, oh, at least that I guess that's why I probably drank so much is the confidence fuel out of nowhere, right? But yes, I do remember the good times of going out to clubs. And do you remember like too, like just like being unreachable too? If somebody didn't show up, you're like, where am I gonna? Is a payphone nearby? How am I gonna get in touch with people? That was always an interesting moment. That was like before the phones, and even when we had the phones, we usually like wouldn't have reception or anything anywhere. Sadly, I missed most of the club scene. Worked in both restaurants and retails. Never had night. Duh! My whole background is coffee shops and restaurant work, and I would usually have like the 5 a.m. shift, and I would go clubbing every night. Did not care. Like I had my friends too. Like I would go to the weekday clubs and they'd be like, "Oh no, I got to work the next day." And I'd be like, "So?" I'm the kind of person who would like go to work with a plastic bag in my lap, throwing up at like 6 a.m. in the morning in the bag to work. Oh, I'm so sorry for all of my former jobs and just throw up all day, go back to the register, throw up, go back and take an order. I would just notoriously like I was just so used to like, oh well, I know I'm gonna be out till 2 a.m. and then I'm gonna go to work at 5. I don't know what I was thinking. That was just does anybody else thrown up while driving into a bag? I've got to know that. I've got to believe that I'm not the only one that's been that stupid. I miss not I miss not being able to connect. I remember my mom paging. Oh God, I'm so glad that my parents weren't. I lived with my dad for a while when I was first moved to San Francisco, and he was so disgusted and horrified by my lifestyle of like wearing tight little dresses and vinyl dresses and all the makeup. And he kept going like, you're not going to be respected by people at these places you go. And like I kept getting so mad because I was like, what do you want me to do? Like go to these like top 40 dance clubs where people are like completely like men are super aggressive and like it's just very uncomfortable where you get like people talk shit. Like at least at a goth club, everybody was at least I felt like super respectful unless, you let them cross the line. So it was so hard to explain to your parents, like, no, like the environment I'm going to is much more respectful than I think what you think is going on. I don't know. Oh my God, is the coffee kicking in? Am I talking too fast? Mm. Someone throwing up out of my window while I drove. I love that. I have a very special bestie of mine, one of my friends who's multiple times thrown out of my car while we're driving. And then you've got it all down the side of the car. Oh, memories of the good clubbing life. See, I always enjoy like looking back now at all those things that were so horrifying at the time and now being like finding the humor in it, I guess. I guess that's the best way to be is find your humor in everything going on. Nice clothes the subway. I worked, got my makeup on, clothing on, and went near the club opening. Oh God. I see. Thank God I didn't live in the subway life. I think I would have never made it. Oh God, I would have been sleeping on the streets in some city. I'd have my mom come pick me up from backlash when I was too drunk to go. At least your mom would do that for you. And yeah, like, oh yeah, I'll give you a ride. It was so funny. I was just talking about this the other day. I remember when I used to live in Santa Monica and I remember I would go out places and sometimes I would take the bus home and the bus would run really erratically later at night. And I remember just being drunk and being broke and crying because the bus didn't come and I didn't have any way to get home and like a taxi pulling up and being like, hey, like I'll take you to your house. Like, just let me help you. And of course, as a young woman, you're like, totally horrified. No, no, like, and like funny looking back, even though I'm like glad I never did get in a car with anybody. I think like a lot of times people might have just literally been trying to help me because I was so pathetically some young girl just crying, walking on the streets at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, luckily the bus came at some point, but you know, let's see. Day after club, haven't passed as in the car. Are we talking about like waking up in the car kind of thing? Oh, passing in the car. Ah, see, those are good times too. See, I was thinking about like when I'm waking up in the car, or like I remember one time going to like Bar Sinister and just literally sleeping in my car in the parking lot overnight. Waking up the next morning, there I am in Hollywood in some like parking lot, laid down in the car. I think there was probably like a wrapper from a street dog next to me or something. It's all about those late night EDs. Let's see. My dad called me a freak of nature all the time. My mom, see, I love it. I always feel like dad doesn't really agree with all of the lifestyle, but that's so funny. Yeah, neither one of my parents were into it, and always it's the phase, and here we all are today, huh? So much for a phase. Oh my God, I can't believe mom came into backlash. That's so cute. God, we were young back then, weren't we? I'm like, oh, what would moms be doing around? I was like, oh my God, we were all babies. So interesting, like going to clubs back in the day. Oh, Subway as Subway's a sandwich restaurant. I'm back. That, yes, definitely working there, eating there, all the above. And good evening. Oh, yay. Is it Senitz? I just want to make sure I never say anybody's handles right, but I'm so happy to see you here because I love your stuff on your channel as well. Mm-mm-mm. I took a girl on a late night Naked Truth concert and she vomited on my car, my dress, and then passed out. Oh my God, work at Burger King the next day. Oh God, see, I love these stories. They're so funny. Because like for a lot of us, it's just like so far from like any lifestyle that we would be living today that it's just so funny to look back at all those crazy things. Oh my gosh. Hey, look at Lindsay showed up. Now I'm getting all the connections here. Lindsay, Shane, everybody's. My mom and I still go to Nine Inch Nails shows together. Oh, how awesome. See, man, I still want to see them again. I can't get over Nine Inch Nails. Like, it's like one of those bands that like, I've always been one of my favorite bands. But now as like time goes on, they're still just like always staying there in my head as like one of the best things ever. Oh. Another things I think about with like going to club, let's talk about one of my favorite things with like the for those of you who don't club anymore but have all these crazy stories, like when do you know that last time that you went to a club and that was it, you were like, this is not for me anymore? Because I had that happen with my best friend. We went to Bar Sinister. It'd been years since we maybe not years, but it's been like a while since we'd gone there. We were like in our late 20s now, really old. And we went to Bar Sinister, had a drink, waiting for music to play that we really wanted. And then we just like were standing there looking at each other and we were just like, you know what? Let's just go back to the house. Let's get some food and go back to the house. And suddenly that was that rare moment. It was like the moment when I was a little kid and somebody came over and brought Barbie dolls. And I was just like at that age where I was like, I don't want to play with a doll anymore. It was just like that you graduated. So I graduated from playing a doll. And then I was like, just kind of graduated from like enjoying the club environment. I feel like maybe if I went back now, I don't know if I would have as much fun. I definitely feel like there's a lot of more elders. The thing I love about like both goth, punk, any sort of subcultural scene is the fact that there are so many different generations that can always kind of like meld together because we're all kind of connecting over music and dancing and all that. But yeah, that one moment, you know, when you like go, I don't think this is for me anymore. It was a sad day, but it was a great time going back home and eating in the house. And everybody's welcoming everybody here. Oh, I'm glad everybody's having a nice time. My last time in the club was December 20th. I DJ'd half the night too in a small city I live though. Maybe get that's a good night. That's fun though. Like, and I've been just so enjoying listening to, especially music when talking to you, the DJs in the audience. Cause like I said, like looking back now, I realize how much you guys curated our taste in music and curated the scene and why like certain cities have different songs that are popular. And it's just absolutely amazing. Oh, yeah, and that's the great thing is I love being able to connect with both baby bats and elders and everyone in between. Mm. I'm getting all wired off my coffee. I gave one of my Barbie dolls mohawk, short plaid skirt makeup. See, that's the other thing. When I talk about like where did goth begin for all of us, it's like literally I wonder if all of us that are into saying the subcultural world, if we actually all fucked with our dolls, because I would cut their hair off. I would do some crazy shit with my dolls. It was amazing. And I guess that maybe led me to be a weirdo later on in life. What else we got going on here? We got, I love the DJs. Hell yes. I always feel bad for the DJs, especially the times when we would like go and request the same song over and over and over and over again. I remember going to one club. It was like I think it was like a glitter kind of like revival 70s club. And they played one song for us like 3 times in a row. And I don't know how that happened, but bless that DJ for that moment. Let's see. I recently started going to clubs that is closer to me just about a year now. After I've gone for almost 15 years. See, that's what I keep thinking. Like, we honestly have been wanting to do like vending, like some Bones and Black shirt vending. And like, because, we're artists as well. And we have some art pieces that are kind of like, related to all the music stuff. So there's a lot of clubs here in Vegas too that do like little vending things. And we're trying to get our like whole thing set up so that we can actually go vend a night at a goth club. That's like my excuse for like getting back into the scene. And I feel like my poor husband and other Bones of Black founder is going to be enjoying me. It's going to be better if we have a vending booth because I always say like, the famous, like, can you hold my purse? Will you hold my purse? Will you hold my purse while I dance? So at least we could have a booth. I'll be like, I'm going to put my purse under the booth and go dance for a while, So I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be my breakthrough. And I can't wait to like be like, what was it like to be back in a club after all these years? DJ here. I actually didn't do a lot of requests that much. And I appreciate those of you who do, who look at us and go, yeah, okay, I'll play that. And then like, you're like, I never heard it all night long. But I appreciate those of you who have a very curated idea of what you're going to do and just follow through with that, because that's how we hear songs that we weren't necessarily thinking we were going to hear. They have 2 places. Some of them are harder to get when late, especially Brooklyn. See, I gotta go to New York. Let's see. Sage, I've been at Bar Sinister a few times recently, not just a goth club anymore, like a dark alternative fetish. If you come to LA, take you to the very gothic. I see. I definitely want to know what's going on. Every time I see pictures from Bar Sinister, current Bar Sinister, I'm always like, yeah, it does feel a little bit more fetishy than it used to be as much. And I don't know, but I wonder what kind of songs they play because I always felt like Bar Sinister played a more mainstreamy type of playlist. Am I crazy? Am I wild for thinking that? Let's see. I worked a third shift at one of the few 24-hour chains here. I cooked a lot of food y'all ordered. Non-goth drunks that showed up. See, I don't even know. Like that would happen as well for sure. I don't know any new goth music. Girl, that's where I have been. But oh my God, it's been so exciting, like listening to new songs now and finding new bands. And it's funny because at first, when people were throwing bands at me, I'd be like, well, I'd see one and maybe there wouldn't be like that many listens. And I realize it's a very small band. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I was all growing up, especially as a kid, like when I was like 15, it was all about like local bands that nobody listened to. So I've been more interested in reviewing all kinds of like just listening to all kinds of different things. I feel like a lot of the bands I hear now sound a little bit very like old school death rocky, where I am ready for the revival of the Switchblade Symphony mid '90s sounding goth bands. So like, let's all make one together. Like, I'll play bass and sing. I can't do that. I can't play bass and sing. But yeah, I'm interested in a little bit more of a '90s sound in some of the goth music that I've been hearing. But I mean, I did hear one recently that kind of had like a thrill kill cult thing going, which would totally turned me on. But yes, listening to a lot of new bands. I love listening to new bands, not just to be stuck. Yeah, it's interesting to hear like all the different ways people are interpreting goth, as we move forward, because there's been so much that's happened since the 80s, like music wise. And I almost enjoy like hearing things kind of trickle in from different genres as well. And a Vision Video, that's about it. I did listen to them as well. I know they broke up too. And I remember being like, but there was like a group of people who were like, they're great, and that Dusty's like a great performer, and then there's like a whole nother school of people with that band that kind of think of him as like a Morrissey type, since he's very, very outspoken. And it was just interesting about that band. I can't believe I know anything about any of these bands now. I'm feeling so like in the know. Like we recently saw like an ad for a like an upcoming like I can't remember what concert it's coming up. It's some goth festival thing, and there were bands that I was actually like, I know who these bands are. I'm actually learning something. I can be taught old dogs, new tricks. It can happen. Oh yes, Goth Dad. That's funny because that's where I heard of him too, and then the band, and then it all kind of came together in a weird way. Love intergenre music for sure. I always want to like think of ways to put like completely unmatching genres together. Somebody had mentioned witch house as a genre. I'm interested what you guys think of that, because I have a video. I just reacted to a band in the witch house genre that I'm intrigued to see if that's really what defines that kind of music, or if there is like another band I should be listening to in that. So I just heard witch house and I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty gothy. It ended up not being like, goth music, but but it was definitely like kind of had that techno-y, interesting sort of feel to it. My first experience club were weird. I got separated from my friends, witnessed a fight, was arrested by the police, and spent the night in a cell. Oh, well, you know what? You're not alone. I have done the same thing. I have spent the night in jail. Oh, memories, those kind of things that like, it was like the best part is getting away with those things and having like no one in your family or anybody ever know about it. Yeah. But, I think it's just part of being young is like doing the stupidest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Witch house always sounds to me made up, but usually when I hear so I was like, "Well, what's this?" But I don't know. I was kind of into it. I like the kind of weird, dark thing. My last DJ map, I really enjoyed playing. Where trance acts. See, I'm interested in that kind of stuff too. It's weird because I always figured that music was the kind of stuff when I'm like, okay, it's time to leave the club when that kind of stuff comes on. Let's put some glasses on first. I can see if I can. I can't see any better with glasses. It's the truth. I love how communication after dark. Oh, they hail from Tampa. I always feel like Tampa is like known for their goth scene. Am I crazy? Is it weird? You remember me getting arrested? I hope so because that was an amazing night, especially when I'm in the cell yelling, "There's like natural born killers right now!" Oh God! I swear, if I could watch a movie of my fucking behavior when I was younger, I would just either be laugh or cry, or probably both at the same time. Let's see, at least 3 DJs. What was the Witch House band that was really terrible live at a festival? Oh, I'm interested in that. Sin Eater X. Did you hit any of the Cincinnati? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, Cincinnati scene. I just want to go eat. Oh, God, Jella. I just saw your fucking comment. I was like, what? Oh, see, Jason bailed me out. So it was a great little moment, a great time. Thank God. But yeah, Natural Born Killers. So have anybody even tried to watch Natural Born Killers? I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, at the time I was living the Natural Born Killer dream. So I'm gonna have to listen to this Communication After Dark for sure. There needs to be a video about my night. And yeah, I know I keep like going like, well, I open up about like everything that's ever happened because I feel like it's the best way to look at life is to like embrace all of the things that made you who you are now. So yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like there's probably people who can relate to that more so than you think. Like we all make silly mistakes and have to pay a lot of money and go to some so when we got arrested, you know, I don't even know how to go into this really properly, but I ended up in a situation where I had to go to a uh drug thing class because it was part of like how you instead of going to jail, which I did not belong in. I was a college student. I was, just a weekend kid partier who happened to be partying in the wrong spot at the wrong time. And it definitely was very interesting going to this experience where like the guy, like the person who's supposed to be coaching us was like all, so you like riding the dragon and smoking the trail, all these terms I'd never heard of. I'm just like this young kid, like going like horrified, just like what is happening. And it was just, I had to go to these little like classes for like a week, like a couple weeks. Basically it's pouring my money into like some, like I got in trouble kind of situation. And oh, it was so horrifying. The people there were so scary. And I was just a babe in the woods at the time. Oh, it was sad. And but now looking back, you're like, those crazy things that you do luckily are just misdemeanors. There's a few good places here. Oh, everybody's got Buffalo. Oh man. See that I need to travel. I want to go to every single city and check it out. Rochester, all these cool spots. Remember Rocky Horror? That's another one that's really spent a lot of time there before I was 18. Our club seed died. So lonely. See, that's why I'm thankful for the internet, is for those of us who don't like live where there's a scene, that you can actually still connect with people. I'm surprised how much of a big scene there is here in Vegas. Like it's funny because when I first moved here, I remember even kind of looking to see like, is there like kind of a goth scene going on? Moved here like 10 years ago. And there really wasn't much happening. Like, I mean, there was maybe like one club, but now it's insane. There's a goth bar, Dark Sinister, that we were going to go to and do a little like, sort of like a review on, because like I want to see what's going on with this whole goth theme sort of stuff that's happening. But at the same time, I'm not a drinker anymore and I don't go to bars, but like I like the idea of like we love mocktails, and there are a lot of people that are kind of into that sort of like non-drinking sort of atmosphere. So we've been kind of wanting to go and just kind of check it out and like try a mocktail, see if it kind of gives me goth vibes at the place, or if I'm just out of my mind into some like, if it's really like the same goth kind of experience that I'm looking for. Which sounds amazing for clubbing vibes. Some bands to check out. Ooh, see, I got to screenshot this later so I can check out these ones because Sidewalks and Skeletons, I've heard of them. I can't remember what the band I reviewed is, but we'll have to check it out. You see, some of where I can't see, literally taking the words out of my mouth there, Lindsay. I'm getting a little wired from my coffee and I've got to begin my day today. What is everybody up to this afternoon? Because we're going to be taking off for a little bit in a moment here, but I definitely, what are we doing today? Is anybody going out tonight? Is anything happening? Or are we just going to chill out? Because that's probably what we're going to do this afternoon. Oh, dark and atmospheric music. See, it's going to be 8 p.m. here. Oh, yay. I'm so happy to be able to reach my friends from across the waters and actually say hi. That's been an awesome thing to be able to happen today. Went to Vegas years ago to celebrate my friend's birthday. Didn't get to go clubbing. The Raw had shut down. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of like cool things like on the strip too that we should check out. I always thought there's like a lot of like vibey like dinner experiences too, and like I don't know, like burlesque type, but not burlesque, a little more like fantastical dinner things and theater things here that are like kind of cool that we definitely sometimes want to go check out too. And then we can like report back. So when y'all come to Vegas next time, you know where to check things out. There's actually, I just saw a flyer. There's a club night coming up at like one of the local bars that's like a hot topic night. And it's like, wear your trip pants and put in your best manic panic dye and show up for club night, which is totally funny because you're like, God, we've gotten to this point where like the hot topic night is like a night at a club. Chris Angel, no, I have not seen. I know he's got a whole new thing going on. Is that thing with like Alice Cooper? Like, is that a show here or was that like a TV show? I don't know what that was, but he's got all kinds of crazy things going on too. I've only seen one magic show. I'm kind of like, I've always been like, sort of like, well, I don't know how to say this. Magicians scare me. They're a little weird. They're a little strange. I'm always like weirded out by people that are trying to like put one past me, even though that's the whole point of magic. So, but we did go see like David Copperfield or something once, and it was really fun. So it makes me think maybe I should go check out some of these other things. Let's see what else is people doing today. I've been living monk life. Yes. See, sometimes I haven't gotten dressed up and gone out dancing in over a month. See, sometimes I just get dressed up at home and just that's satisfying enough to like get the wiggles out of my system for that. On my way to pick up said cat that I dropped off to rehab. Oh, back to my house. I like that. A little kitty time. We have no pets at our house, but funny enough, we actually go on YouTube and watch live streams of cat sanctuaries, and we know cats by name. So, although my clothes remain fur free, I have like a whole plethora of cats in my life. Jekyll and Hyde Club in New York was always a cool place to hang. Yes, and David Copperfield. Yeah, I was so surprised. I didn't even know that it was going to be so good. Did a 3 CD set. Circle of Dust, interesting. Like Chris Angel definitely tries to keep himself relevant within the darky scene. I like the Angel Dust. It's a nice little play on Chris Angel and what had you. Oh. All right. So many things and places in the city. Yeah, I think like New York, we don't, sometimes when we want to travel, we end up not going anywhere because we're constantly like, I want to go to New York. No, I want to go to New Orleans. No, let's go to Seattle. No. And then we end up just going, I don't know, we're just at square one again. But New York has been like calling me. It's funny, when I was a little kid, I used to, not a little kid, but like a teenager in an early 20s, I used to be like, I don't know if I could go to New York because I always felt like the personality type on the East Coast was like very different from us West Coast people. And I've always been a little bit of a sensitive crybaby West Coast coaster. So I was like, I'm going to cry when somebody asks me for my order in New York. But like as I've aged, I become more comfortable in my own skin and more like, like not going to cry if somebody just looks at me funny. So I'm ready for New York now as an elder. And I also feel like I want to move to New York because I feel like the elders in New York are on the next level, It's home for the weekend here. Yes. Oh, post-punk look today, only because it's snowing here. I love that. Oh, don't even get me started on a Highlander. Who wants to live forever? That's one of my favorite movies. We watch it all the time in our house, and I will sing that Queen song over and over and over again. Home for today. Yeah, everybody is getting snow over there. I'm like, here I'm going like, it's cold. It's like 50 degrees today. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Oh man, you guys are like living it. I saw it was like less than 1 degree, like -1. I don't know how you guys do that. Mm-mm. Hey, bats and candles and clown faces. It's amazing. Highlander 2 is good as well. I have to run. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to be taking off momentarily as well, but I did want to come in and check in with you all. I love it. 14 degrees. Fuck no. But yeah, I like the morning time combo as well. I don't know like what everybody's availability is, but I do want to come on and pop on here a couple times a month, morning, evening, and just have a little environment for us all to just chat it up. The weather is beautiful, and I love all the cold, and I love all the hot, although it gets way too hot out here. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to be able to accommodate some of my further away people who are like, 10 a.m. over here or 5 p.m. over here is just too early for them over there. But lots of love, lots of gothy hugs, lots of dancing. Maybe one night we can have a little dance party. I don't know how that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. But thank you for enjoying coffee with me this morning or this evening, depending on where you are. And I hope everybody has a great afternoon. And let's do it again. Tucson, I've been wanting to go there as well. Love you all. Have a beautiful evening and day. And I'll see you all next time. I'm wired on coffee now. It's going crazy. All right. I'm going to go. Bye.